You woke up in a dark room with a headache, and you could barely see anything in the darkness. You didn't even know where you were until you remember what happened. You felt someone knock on your head, and after that, you didn't know what happened next. Why am I still hoping that they will accept me? Am I really just trash to them? You said, but this time, you didn't cry. Instead, you felt anger in your heart. The old YN who was eager for attention from her family suddenly became YN that full of disgust and hatred. You stood up from where you were sitting and slowly moving trying to find a door or window, but you just bumped into a hard object causing you to fall to the floor. Then suddenly you held your neck, and that's when you realized that you weren't wearing the diamond necklace that Jungkook gave you. At that point, you suspected that they were planning something. I need to get out of here, you said and started screaming for help. But you almost lost your voice trying to ask for help, but no one comes for. You felt helpless and devastated, but still you didn't lose hope that you can get out where you are in prison now. Jungkook started to bite his fists and felt restless and anxious after he ended the call. This is his habit every time he feels that something was wrong. Boss, is there a problem? Doro, I put a tracker device on the necklace that I gave to YN. Track her. If where is she? Doro followed Jungkook's order right away, and after some time, he successfully traced you. She's in the mansion, boss. But instead of making Jungkook comfortable because you were in the mansion, he got even more nervous. He took his phone again and dialed your number. Yes, Koo? You need something? Brenda asked while pretending as you. Jungkook didn't answer. He just listened to Brenda's voice, but this time he was hearing your voice. Soft and sweet. Until he remembered something. Where are you? He asked. In my room. Where? In the attic room. YN, why do you like the attic room so much? Brenda knows that you dream to have a room in the attic so that at night you can see the stars since you love stars. Because I want to see the stars at night. Jungkook's eyes widen and immediately end the call. Doro, schedule a flight back right away. YN is in danger. Next day, Brenda went home because she took something important from his dad's house when her father stopped her. Brenda, where did you take YN? And when did you become concerned about her, Dad? Just answer me. Where's your sister? As he raised his voice, that makes Brenda surprised because this is the first time he saw his dad mad at her. You are too much. Your sister did nothing wrong to you. I regret that I brought her to the province. Even though I neglected and abandoned her, she didn't blame me. She still wants to visit me because she knows I'm alone here and there's no one with me since she knows you're away. She still cares for me after what I did to her. Dad, it's too late to regret. Remember, you abandoned her 8 years because you live in anger towards her. That's why 8 years is enough. Can we just forget the past and accept her? Why is my daughter too? Sorry, Dad. Mom is not the reason why I hate her so much. I hate her because of Jungkook. because Jungkook loves her rather than me. Is that why you're pretending to be her now? To be with Jungkook? Do you think Jungkook won't recognize you? Definitely not. This time he won't know that I'm not YN. If YN is free, she will be obstacles to my plan. Brenda, you are insane. Just tell me, where is your sister? He said and held her elbow to stop her, but Brenda suddenly pushed him and left. You haven't eaten since yesterday. You're hungry and thirsty as well, and slowly getting weak. Go help me. I miss you, you said while laying on the floor, when suddenly you heard a noise outside. You immediately stood up and screamed, "Help! Help! There is someone here!" Then slowly, something lightened up as you realized it was the door that opened. YN! YN, are you here? Your tears slowly dripping when you heard your father's voice. You came out of a dark corner and slowly came to your dad. Appa, I thought you're going to abandon me again. Your dad hugged you and started to cry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I've done to you. I was blinded by anger at the loss of your mom. I didn't realize that it's not your fault and you're hurting too. I didn't think that while I was healing my wounded heart, you're struggling in pain too. I'm sorry, YN. Appa, I know what you went through when mom died. I never get angry with you because I understand how it feels when you miss your loved one. You should get angry with me because I was a bad father to you. I'm sorry, YN. Appa, how did you find me? Your sister left her phone since she's using yours. I found in her history contact about this place, so I called the owner, and I found out she rented a container van. I suspected that she brought you here, and I was right. Oh, wait, before I forgot, you need to go back to Jungkook's house. Take your place. At this time, your sister is pretending to be you. Faster, before she does something else. Your dad assisted you in the car that waiting outside and told the driver to take you to Jungkook's mansion. How about you, Appa? I just take account. Don't worry about me. Just go. Finally, Jungkook arrived at his mansion. He asked his nanny where you were, as she told him that you were in your room. He immediately went to the attic as he saw Brenda reading a book about stars. Meanwhile, just a few minutes after Jungkook arrived, you arrived too. The problem is that the guards blocked you and didn't let you in, thinking you are Brenda. It's good that Anani Ann came after hearing the noise outside. Auntie Anne, it's me, YN. Please let me in. She looks at you from head to toe as she orders the guard to let you in after she recognizes you. It means the girl inside is that witch? How dare her to trick us again? I didn't really notice that it wasn't you. Auntie Anne, let's talk later. Is Jungkook's already here? He arrived a while ago. You hurriedly went upstairs while your heart beating non-stop, thinking stupid things. What if your sister is going to seduce him and Jungkook didn't recognize her. The moment Brenda saw Jungkook, she smiled modestly because you are the kind of person. Hi, Ko. Jungkook was about to approach her when the door suddenly opened as you sighed in relief that what you were thinking was not happening. Brenda's eyes widened after she saw you. She wanted to ask you, how did you escape? But she can't say that since she knows she will be discovered. Brenda, why are you here? Stop pretending, Uni. I'm not pretending. I can prove that. As she saw the diamond necklace that she was wearing, you felt devastated because you didn't know how to prove that you are the real YN. Go. I'm begging you to believe me. I'm YN. This is the necklace that you gave me as a gift. Jungkook looked at Brenda. Later on, he looks at you. But you didn't speak. You just look at his eyes, hoping that you won't believe Brenda's lie. You saw him walking to Brenda's direction as your heart is like breaking apart at that time, thinking that he didn't recognize you. As you saw Brenda smirk, but you got surprised when Jungkook snatched a necklace that she was wearing. All the diamonds is scattered in the floor. How dare you to wear this necklace? Do you think I didn't recognize you? Why I never begged to choose her? He grabbed Brenda's arms tightly. In your anger, you came closer and slapped her. How dare you to enter this attic room? You slapped her again. How dare you to lock me in that dark place? She was about to fight you, but Jungkook held her two arms. Let me go! She screams. What did I do to you? Why you're so angry with me? You already have everything. All I want is consider me as your sister. Over in my dead body. I'm not your sister. Because of you, the person I love can't love me back. And that is Jungkook. You are insane, Brenda. Yes, you look alike, but I only love YN. I will never like you. You raise your hand and about to slap her again. Brenda closed her eyes. However, you just held her face. Why? Do you think I will hurt you again? I realize I will only waste my energy on you. You know what is the best punishment for you? What you did to me? Seeing me and Jungkook happy is enough to make you die of envy. Go. Please, let her go. Jungkook released her as he winked at Doro, who was guarding the door. Are you okay? You smile and say, I'm glad you recognized me this time. If not, I already hit you. As you come closer to hug him. But before you can do that, you pass out. In truth, you're really weak from being so hungry and dehydrated. Good thing Jungkook caught you. You woke up in a familiar room, and there was dextrose attached to your hand. How are you feeling? As you saw Jungkook sitting on the bed next to you while caressing your hair. What's happened? You pass out. Sorry, I shouldn't have left you. I know this sounds crazy, but I didn't regret that it happened. You know why? I found out that I'm also important to Appa. He's the one who saved me, Ko. This time, he didn't abandon me. I am happy that you two reconciled. By the way, do you like this new room of yours? New room? Why? Where are we? In my other house. This is much better in attic. You can see the stars clearly from this room. From now on, we will live here and start a new life. Why, and I don't want to be separated again with you. So please, marry me. You look up and hug his waist. Of course, I will marry you. What are you going to do to me? Let me out of here! The door opened, revealing Jungkook. When Brenda came out of the attic, Duro captured her and took her somewhere. You? Don't tell me you're the one who's behind all of this. I promised to YN that I won't spare you if you did something bad to her again. Since you are using YN's face to steal me away from her, then I will steal your face from you. Ah, Brenda, the reason why YN likes Attic? Because she likes to watch the stars together with me. As Brenda realized that Jungkook already knows from the start that she's not YN the moment he asked about the attic on the phone. Brenda wakes up on the road. She doesn't know how she got there. The last thing she remembers is she was in the operating bed. She stood up and looked around, but she's wondered why people were looking at her like a criminal. Then she recognized the place. It was close to her house. She immediately went home and pressed the doorbell. Later on, someone opened the door. Dad! Dad? Dad, it's me, Brenda. Can you look in the mirror? You don't look like my daughter, even your voice. He said and closed the door. She tried to call her dad again, but he completely ignored her. And that's when Brenda realized that his dad abandoned her. Later on, the police came and arrested her. She was confused until she saw herself in the mirror, and she couldn't believe what she saw. Her face was no longer Brenda's face. Instead, it's a face of the most wanted criminal in the country. Jungkook ordered his men to capture and kill that criminal woman. After that, he ordered the doctor to change Brenda's face to the face of the criminal. After her operation got better, they purposely left her in the street because Jungkook knew that she would go home to her dad and her dad was going to abandon her. His dad thought Brenda was abroad because before they changed Brenda's face and voice, they drugged her and called her dad. She told her dad that she was going to leave the country to hide from Jungkook and never come back anymore. And now, Brenda will be jailed forever and can no longer pretend to be you. That's the revenge of the Mafia King for hurting the woman that she loves. You're enjoying your honeymoon with Jungkook in Switzerland when someone called Jungkook. Babe, I just answered the call. Sure, go ahead. I'm just here. Jungkook walked far away from you and answered the call. Boss, the police already have her, Dora said. Then good. That bitch will spend her life in the prison until she dies. After that, he hung up the call. But when Jungkook returned to where he left you, He couldn't see you. He started to panic when he briefly lost his sight on you. He looked around, but he couldn't really see you. He looked for you everywhere until finally he found you playing the snow. The Jungkook ran and hugged you tightly. I'm scared. I'm so scared, he said and hugged you even more. Babe, scared for what? I'm afraid of losing you again. I'm just here. I won't leave you. We already married. Don't worry. From now on, I will stick on your side like a glue. I love you so much, he said, and sealed your lips with a kiss. YN, about Brenda. I know you will do something to her, like what you told me before. You want to know what will I do to her? No, I don't want to know. Let me be clueless. Just do what she deserves. The end. Thank you for watching Kubis. Good night.